Hello, Orville Nation, and oops, I forgot to do the intro. I'm gonna just do that. And hello, Orville Nation. I was really rusty getting on here today. How good to see everybody. Hello, Cardinal Sin. Oh my gosh, you didn't have to do that, my friend. Let me just, before addressing the super chat, let me just say hello to everybody. And hello, Celine. Hello, Psoriasis. Uh, hello, Louise Sparrow. Good evening, everyone. And wow, what a week! And hello, Cardinal Sin. We got an amazing week, guys. The Orville is going to be here in 6 days. Wow! It's finally here. I'm going to be discussing in a few minutes. We're going to be discussing why June is such a special month. And let me just finish saying hello to everybody. Hello, Captain Fandom Nerd, formerly known as Captain Trek. And Cardinal Sin, thank you so much, my friend. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Cardinal Sin, guys, by the way, Cardinal Sin has got some. Cardinal Sin should be monetized now, I think, and he has got some amazing content. It's going to blow everybody away. He is just getting bigger and bigger, and Cardinal Sin is going to be a huge channel, guys. So make sure you're sub to him. Let me put in the link. Thank you for the super pair. Yeah, wow. Thank you for the super pair, Cardinal Sin. Wow. Thank you so much, my friend. Again, let me put in Cardinal's channel. 1 second. Super pair. All righty. And really, big things coming on Cardinal Sin's channel. Big things. Well, he's already had a lot of big things going on, to be honest. Here is Cardinal's channel. Make sure, if you guys are watching the replay or watching live right now, make sure you are sub, please. Please make sure you are sub to Cardinal Sin. Let's see. And so Cardinal Sin, you guys want to sub. And not just sub, but listen, support. Join his channel. Drop him a super chat. Show him some love, some support. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Cardinal Sin. Hello, Todd. Good to see you. Good to see you. I haven't seen the episodes yet, so I'll have to catch them in the stream. But just dropping a request. Oh yeah, thank you, Todd. Thank you. And I see your cup of what is that, coffee or who knows what it is, but cheers to you, Todd. Good to see you, Todd. And we're ready for the Orville. We're 6 days, Todd. We got 6 days till the Orville, Todd. Wow. Wow. All right. Don't forget, guys, put in your channels. Everybody, all of you guys who've got wrenches, please put them in. And you guys are welcome putting your social media wherever you want during the stream. And of course, this is Cardinals channel. All right, guys. June. Why is June such a special month? June is such a special month because we have had three. Believe it or not, we have had 3 years now. Well, at the end of June, we're going to have 3 years of Orville Nation. It's going to be 3 years since I started the channel. And I know it hasn't gotten yet to where I want it to get to. But now that the Orville is premiered, I think we can go fully where I wanted to take it, during the summer. And very excited for the Orville. Wow. 6 days to the Orville, guys. 6 days to the Orville. GP Egotastic. Well, his channel's not called Talking the Orville. He has been there at a special screening of episode 1, and he says he loves it. He loves it. He's putting it all over social media. So make sure you guys are catching up with the Orville stuff on Talking the Orville with JP. What else? Kenobi. This is formerly Captain Trek, Captain Fandom Nerd. I'm so happy he changed his name. Just forget about Trek. Trek is nowhere. Trek does not deserve your time, Cap. Thank you, Celine. Thank you. Yeah, so we're going to be celebrating. We're going to give us some giveaways during the month of June, and I think we're going to celebrate. I think what we're going to do is, I think what we're going to do is toward the end of June is when the date where I actually started. So I think we're going to do a month-long celebration from the end of June to the end of July. And it's going to coincide with the Orville. It's going to be lots of fun. So I'll be giving more information on that as we go on. All right. So Kenobi, what the heck, Kenobi? Listen, there's some good stuff about Kenobi. There's some mediocre stuff about Kenobi, but I want to know what you guys think. I want this, I'm going to give my reaction, of course, but I think that I think there's also this is a discussion, our community discussion on Kenobi, and I'm really looking forward to this. I was really looking forward to it. I'm still looking forward to it. There's some things there's some things that kind of concern me, to be honest. It's in the thumbnail, obviously, and. Before we proceed, guys, if I know you guys always hit the like, I really appreciate it, and some of you guys leave comments too. But if you guys can share out the stream, that'd be awesome. Thank you. Sharing out the stream is one of the best things you can do to support your favorite YouTube channels. So I don't know. Let's first of all raise your hand if you have seen Kenobi. Raise your hand in the chat. Give us a good Vulcan salute. Give us a good Vulcan salute or other hand gesture in the chat if you have seen Kenobi. And with that, let me just say there is first of all, Ewan McGregor is a fantastic Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's fantastic. He's great. He's amazing. He is it's the next best thing to having Alec Guinness, and he's even taken it further in many ways. He is fantastic. What can you say? Now, that's great, guys. Now, I will say this. Um, as good as he is, I think there's parts of this script, and I don't know what you guys think. I want you guys to let me know. Um, let me ask this general question to you guys in the chat. And I know there's still people coming into the chat, but who those of you guys are here, what was there anything that you did not like about this episode? Let me just start with that. Was there anything you did not like about this episode before I begin to give my opinions? Was there anything you did not like about this episode? And was there anything you did not like about this episode? Let me see. Never had doubts about Ewan McGregor. It's always giving. He's always giving his best stuff. So Cardinal has seen part of it, I guess. Psoriasis says, I didn't like how Obi-Wan found Leia. Didn't really seem to make much sense. So you weren't a big fan of him going to Alderaan and yeah, I see. I understand what you're saying. Okay. What are other thoughts, guys? Other thoughts? Things that you might not have liked? Other thoughts about things? I'm going to say that obviously the thumbnail here says a lot of what I've been thinking. I thought the episode was better than other Star Wars. It was certainly better than Boba Fett. Boba Fett was a disaster. In many ways, it was not good. Boba Fett was not good. I do think that this is better. Obviously, this could have been a movie. I think that it's good for it was good for their streaming service to have it done, as a series. But did you guys like the main lead villain, which was the female Inquisitor? Hello, Rolando. Good to see you. The production value was much better than Boba Fett, but it wasn't great, says Louise. Yeah. I thought the writing, I assume that's writing, as in WRI. I thought the writing was horrible. It was pretty, but the characters were weak and the dialogue was weaker, says Cardinal. Yeah, writing. Okay. So Cardinal says the writing was horrible. One of the things in Cardinal, you can tell me what you think. I was thinking, Cardinal, that there's no way Obi-Wan could be this broken. And this other young Jedi shows up, and by the way, there's a few spoilers here. I'm really not trying to spoil anything, but there's a young Jedi who's from the temple who shows up and kind of just tells him to go away. And I don't feel like a Jedi who was on the Jedi Council. He was Obi-Wan, by the time that Order 66 comes around, Obi-Wan is a very important, Qui-Gon's gone. Obi-Wan is a pretty important Jedi, and he's on the council. And I don't like just the responsibility of being one of the more veteran Jedis and being on the council. I don't see how he could just throw in the towel. I don't see how he is so broken. Could he be lonely? Could he be depressed? Could he be rusty? Could he be feeling all sorts? Yes, he could. But to the point of him being this broken as a broken man, um, I think that he's suffering. Listen, you know what's happening here? He is literally suffering from Jake Skywalker syndrome. The same freaking thing that happened to Jake Skywalker. The same thing that Rian Johnson did to Jake Skywalker has been done to Obi-Wan Kenobi, perhaps to a lesser degree, or perhaps more. I don't know. Perhaps a little more understandable. But this whole thing where they've just given up, this whole thing, like we see Luke in Episode 8, he's just given up. He's given up, and it seems like Obi-Wan is not quite there, but he's almost there. Because he's still watching after Luke, and he still knows that Luke needs to be trained, but which doesn't make sense to me. Why he doesn't, why doesn't he engage this other young Jedi who shows up more? It doesn't make sense to me. It's like he's shirking his responsibilities. Obi-Wan Kenobi should not be a guest star in his own show. That is a good point. How many of you felt like he was a guest star in his own show? In the second part, it felt more like that. Yeah. How does a Jedi Inquisitor know the identity of Darth Vader? If she's employed by Vader, why does she have a chip on her shoulder? I'm thinking that's a good question. I'm thinking since it's only been 10 years, I'm thinking that people probably still know that Anakin became Vader. It's probably, maybe it's common knowledge within certain circles, perhaps. I don't know. Hello, Pollo Zapatos. Chicken feet. Good to see you. Sith, especially natural ones, always have a chip. It's part of the culture. Says Chicken Shoes. So, okay. So, listen. Let me ask you guys this: how did you guys feel about the female Inquisitor? I thought the actress. Listen. In general, the fault does not fall. In general, the fault is not of the actors in most of these cases. I think her role is a little awkward. I think she's. I don't know. There's something awkward about her. Hello, Nate. Good to see you, Nate. I must disagree. Obi-Wan has lost everything, and he blames himself for what happened. He thinks he failed Anakin and the Republic. Okay. So you think geek? So Nate, you think it's legitimate? The broken Jedi we see here, it's legitimate then. Like it fits for you, right? The broken Obi-Wan we see. She has been studying. It was made widely apparent her level of focus on Obi-Wan. She wants to be Vader's number one, then hopefully supplant him as the Emperor's number one as the Sith way. Sure, yeah. Well, it can't be common knowledge because Obi-Wan thinks he is dead. Yeah, but I mean in certain circles, like I mean like in in the higher ups of the Empire. But obviously, what has happened to Kenobi is that he's been isolated. It's pretty clear he's been isolated. But yeah, not common psoriasis, not common knowledge, to everybody. I'm in certain I'm saying like in certain in the Inquisitor circles, let's say, for example. She's not a very good actress, and the writing also fails her. Yeah, the writing fails her. Yeah, she's not. It's not very convincing, especially at the beginning. It's not very convincing. It's not very convincing. It was Star Trek Discovery all over again, says Carl saying, ouch, ouch. No, she said she pulled all of his personal file to find Leia connection. No, she said she pulled all of his personnel file. Yeah, that's true. She says something like that. Hello, Tracy. Good to see you, Tracy. I think it fits Obi-Wan more than it fits Jake Skywalker. Um, yeah, it fits more than it fits Jake Skywalker. I just think it's too much. Like, I think they just took it. I think they took it too far. The level of broken for me anyway. The level of brokenness. That's why I think he suffers. He's suffering a little bit from Jake Skywalker syndrome, in my opinion. Hello, Polly. Good to see you. Uh, my taking feeling. My feeling is Riva was part of those Jedi youth that got left behind, and she somehow blames Ben and is some sort of secret mission, a directive, a directive from Vader. That is interesting. That is interesting. She could feel. Uh, she could have been one of those Jedi in the temple. Um, she could be one of those Jedi from the temple. That's a possibility, and maybe she felt abandoned by the Jedi, and Vader t- took her under her wing. And it would have to be an exception because it looks like Vader really, went to Anakin back then. Really went to town on killing everybody. That's a possibility, though. That's interesting. She's about that age, right? She's about the same age as the other Jedi we see who's hiding out. I by the way, I don't think I one of the things, even though some of these like this Jedi who was hiding out is very young, I do feel like the Jedi can be more resourceful, and I don't think it should be that easy to hunt them down. To be honest, I think it should, like, if he really wants to hide, he probably could. Felt more like her initiative to impress the top. Yeah, absolutely. Um, did anyone? All right, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you guys? Let me ask you guys in the chat. In a scale of 1 to 10, what would you guys rate this episode? And they're 2 episodes, but I'm including them as one. What would you guys rate this episode scale of 1 to 10? I would give it. See, uh, the episode in many ways is not bad in the sense that it's laying out a story. McGregor is great as Obi-Wan. Unfortunately, it's the writing. Um, it's better than other stuff we've seen, but then I think for me it really really hurts. It really hurts the episode, the fact that Kenobi is how do I say this? Yeah, the Kenobi's a broken Kenobi. I do think this man was on the Jedi Council, is one of the most important Jedi of the time, and I do think that he is a little too broken for what he should be. Um, Latino Slant Polly, guys. By the way, put in your channels in case people are not subbed to you. I know there's people who are not subbed to Latino Slant, for example, or to Nate, or to there's people in here. So please put in your channels, guys. You guys have wrenches. Please use them. Put in your channel and social media, whatever you guys want. But it's been a 10-year hunt. Sooner or later, you make a mistake if you're still around in the system and Inquisitors are relentless. Yeah, you're right. Sooner or later, you're right. Sooner or later, they're going to catch. They're going to catch you. Nate calls this a 4 out of 10. Okay, I thought by what you were saying before, Nate, that you were going to rate it higher. Polly calls it an 8 out of 10. What about the rest of you guys? What do you think? What do you guys think? I'm going to give you my 1 to 10 in about a second here. I do think I'm. You know what? The one thing that concerns me a little bit is that there's only going to be 6 episodes, and these were the first 2. But we'll see. It would really be nice to get more of this story. It really would be nice to get more of this story. make sure you guys are subbed to Captain Fandom Nerd, formerly known as Captain Trek, but he's done with Trek. He's done with Trek. He's just going to watch the Orville now. The Orville is all he's going to watch. He's going to watch the Orville all day long. Right, Cap? What about else? Everybody else in here? Does anybody else want to rate it? 1 to 10, guys. Come on, give me some more numbers. 1 to 10. 1 to 10. 1 to 10. What do you guys think? I'm going to go ahead and let you know what I rate it. Luis says, I expected to hate it, but my reaction was meh. Yeah. I was hoping that they were gonna do a slightly better job. I thought that, but the problem is, I so love McGregor in this role that even when they're giving him the crappy lines, you kind of really appreciate it. But the story is that there's problem for me. There's real problems. Calvin verse was a mistake, says Psoriasis. Medallion says, hey, Medallion, good to see you. 6.5 out of 10. Okay. You will watch many things. You will only watch Orville, Captain Trek. Captain Trek, I'm going to hypnotize you. You will only watch Orville, at least for the next month or so. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Captain Trek is going to redo. He's going to be watching everything. Good to see you, Medallion. Thank you for joining us. So, guys, I'm gonna rate mine here. I'm writing it down. I'm going on record as here with my rating as 5.5, and basically it has to do with the fact that this is a very important Jedi. By the time Order 66 comes around, General Kenobi is a very important Jedi on the Jedi Council. He is a leader among them, a leader among leaders. And for him to just, even though, listen, because he is in hiding doesn't mean he is a broken man. A Jedi can be in hiding for many reasons. He knows the long-term play here with Luke. He senses it that this is not the time. And even though he senses it's not the time, his reaction to the other Jedi, the young Jedi from the temple, I think is incoherent with him. I think that I think he is too fearful. I think that a Jedi like Kenobi knows too much about the Force and about the Jedi and about how he should be and how he should how he because he was such an important leader in the community. He's one of the only one of the only hopes for the future of the Jedi. And just having that expectation on him, I think would make him should make him a less broken man. Pollo Sabato says 8.5. Great. And he also says he feels like a war veteran in hiding. He knows how callous he has to be. He's been fighting the whole war, and he's on a mission that supersedes everything. That is true. That is a good point. He lost his own team. That's like if the major branches turned on the Marines and all the Marines had to hide. I totally get it. Yeah. You guys, so a lot of you guys are okay with his level of trauma, right? I do understand it. I do think though that even though they could express his feelings in a way that would not show him to be this broken. And for me, I think the whole rescue of Leia should have been done completely different. There shouldn't have been best bonding between Obi-Wan and Leia. Yeah, I would have liked to. I would have liked to have kept the Leia character more less prominent. I agree with Nate that I would have liked it to be less prominent. I see even Luke, I think shouldn't be too prominent. We'll see what happens later on in the next episodes. I see the sequel trilogy, particularly Force Awakens and TLG, running through these first two episodes. The beats are very similar. Interesting comment by Medallion. The Force Awakens. I don't. Before you got here, Medallion, I was saying that Obi-Wan feels a little bit like he's suffering a little bit from Jake Skywalker syndrome. To me, he feels a little bit like he's suffering from Jake Skywalker syndrome a little bit. This fact that like Jake Skywalker in Episode 8, he's just given up. Kenobi is not quite there, but he's looks like he's almost there. Just thrown in the towel. Anyway, he did have too much trouble using the. He did have too much trouble using the Force. Even after 10 years, it wouldn't be that. Yeah. That's another good point, Louise. Thank you. He did have too much trouble using the Force. Absolutely, he did. Yeah. Granted, I think if he doesn't, I think he thinks if he doesn't use the Force, he will be completely under the radar from prying eyes, from Sith eyes. She should have gone through his whole adventure without ever knowing his name. I agree. Yeah. Yes, Nate. He gives off Qui-Gon vibes, but depressed. Yeah, he's definitely depressed. Yeah. And you know what? Being depressed for me is not the issue. The issue for me is turning away the young Jedi like he did. The issue is his reluctance to his attitude towards several things in the episode. I don't want to spoil too much, but no, I agree with you, PJ. His behavior doesn't fit. Yeah, he's a little bit for being a Jedi. I think he is too traumatized, and I know some of you guys are justifying the trauma. And listen, the whole veteran thing, the whole traumatized veteran thing is completely understandable. That the only thing is though, these guys on the Jedi Council. I mean, like Yoda and him and the others are dead, supposedly. The other people on the council are dead, but supposedly there's just him and Yoda from the council that are alive, and he probably doesn't even know if Yoda's alive. But it seems to me like it's too much. He has too much responsibility to give up. He is the hope. He could be the best hope for the future of the Jedi. And while he's protecting Luke, until Luke becomes somebody, he is the best hope. But again, it all tracks as far as the story goes. It tracks as far as his story goes so far. Points about those. Ouch. My biggest gripes so far are Reva is given way too much importance, shows off. What is? Sorry, guys. Hold on one second. Let me get rid of something here. I have an echo. Hold on. Let me just get rid of it. Okay, there we go. We're going to wrap up soon because I'm going to be I am going to be on Maria Tiantelli's stream, and hopefully I wanted to send everybody over there. My biggest gripe so far are Reva is given way too much importance, shows off, overly defiant, and gets away with too much. Young Leia kind of got on my nerves. Yeah, young Leia was starting to get a little bit on my nerves too. And Reva is a problem. By the way, all I could think about every time I saw the Inquisitors, and I don't know about you guys, but Every time, hold on a sec. I got to show you guys this. Wait. Oh, I didn't have it ready. Hold on one sec. Hold on. Every time I saw, the Inquisitors, guys. Tell me, some of you guys were thinking this. Tell me, some of you guys were thinking this. Every time I saw the Inquisitors, hold on, I want to show you guys this. Tell me, you guys were not thinking about the representation on the poster here. On this poster, the representation of Salieri from Amadeus. every time we saw that Inquisitor with that funny hat, I call him Salieri. And then at the end, Salieri's boss gets, well, I don't want to give a spoiler away, but Nate says PJC's lost literally everything. He's lost literally everything: his home, the Jedi, the war, all, his brother, all that would make most people curl up. Yeah, you're right, Nate. Of course, you're right. At the same time, you're right. I don't know. At the same time, these guys are very special warriors, in my opinion. But Nate is absolutely right. There is definitely trauma there. I just wish that trauma would not affect him. I want him to be traumatized. Don't get me wrong. Okay, Nate, I would like to see his trauma and to feel his pain. I do think, though, there's a couple decisions in the episode where he should act a little differently. That's my thing. There's a contradiction about not using the Force from Obi. He cannot communicate with Qui-Gon. He called him twice. He got himself off from the Force. Yeah. The completely that's a great point, Medallion. If he's cutting himself off from the Force, that's probably the reason he's not being able to communicate. Then again, he goes out and reaches out to Qui-Gon. Listen, if you guys want to say that his mental state is not great, I agree. His mental state is not great. I do think that I do expect a little bit more from Obi-Wan Kenobi, though, even under these circumstances. That's what my opinion is. Breakback Windu. Obi allowing himself to get rusty does a huge disservice to him trying to protect Luke. Thank you, Medallion. That is a great point. If he cannot save Leia, he cannot save Luke either. You know what? His whole mission to protect, you're absolutely right. His whole mission to protect Luke implies him maintaining himself somewhat, which is one of the big problems I have. And it's very well stated there, Medallion. He is not maintaining himself. He, like you said, he's rusty. He cannot allow himself to be this broken, because if he is this broken, he is not effective. He's not. Nevertheless, what Luis said before, it took him way too long to start using when he finally used the Force. It seemed like it was taking him too much. But the reason I gave this show a 4, just because he's been in the solitude for 10 years and he should be more connected to the Force, nonetheless, says Nate. Yeah, he should be. That's a great point. He had to hide from the Jedi because he got too close to Luke. He had to hide from the Jedi because he got too close to Luke. That's true. He had to hide. See, that's a good point too. He's protecting Luke, so he has to. I don't know. I just wish he would have done it a different way. Yeah, Luke is his prime directive. Yeah, Yoda is hiding too. But the thing is, if that innocent Jedi, young Jedi from the temple shows up, you would think that go in the desert, live a normal life, bury your lightsaber. That advice I don't like. I just don't like that advice. I don't like go in the desert, bury your lightsaber, live a normal life. That was his advice. That's what he said. It's the only thing he said to the young Jedi. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with those words in my opinion. Um, I thought of Quan Chi. I was getting Mortal Kombat vibes that too. You need the Force in order to communicate with Force Ghosts. Sure. Yeah. He isn't practicing. The Force is a muscle. Hey, there you go. There you go, Pues Sabatos. That's a good point. Physical powers that he practices, he risks exposure. Um, yeah, well, the physical practice he can't see he can't practice. He can practice them alone. Um, a young Mace Windu show would be great. It would be, yeah. Yoda, I would love a young Mace Windu show. Yoda didn't cut himself off from the Force on Dagobah, and nobody ever found him. Yeah, I, I agree with that. I think he was just living an isolated life, waiting for the moment Yoda was. I'm saying. By the way, in all these years, there's a lot of stuff that can be going on. And Yoda could have been hiding out on Dagobah, but he also could have left Dagobah. He could have been doing a lot of things. Yoda could have, for all we know, and even Kenobi. Well, Kenobi's kind of focused in watching Luke all the time, but I would like to. We don't really know that somebody like Yoda would just sit there and we find him on Dagobah, but I mean, but it's really maybe he's been more active. Yoda's in Dagobah ignoring everything. That's what Yoda did too. The only explanation for what is the dark side cave that masked him. The cave. I have a problem with that too. Yoda show confirmed. Is that true? Medallion? Is that true that the Yoda show confirmed? I must have missed that. All right, guys. I want to thank everybody for dropping in. I kind of give this a 5.5. And I want to thank everybody. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. That would be cool though. We will see what. Yeah, that would be cool. They made the show based on the line Princess Leia said in her message to Obi-Wan. My father said you have helped him. Yeah, saved him in the past. Yeah. Yeah. I just I don't mind. Leia showing up. I don't mind. I kind of like to see Jimmy Smits back in there. That was kind of nice to see him actually. It was kind of nice to see Alderaan. But did the young Leia start to get a little annoying a little bit maybe? It's the Baby Yoda show, The Mandalorian, right? It's the Baby Leia show. It's the sad old man show. It's okay. All right, guys. Well, don't forget. So, by the way, before we go, did anybody else when they saw the Inquisitor guy? Did anybody see the Salieri guy from this is the representation of Salieri from Amadeus? Did anybody else see that in their heads? Alderaan and young Leia was fine, but we went way too much time with her. Yeah, it should have been just dialed down a bit and left a little more mysterious, I think. But a little too much. Who knows? We'll see what happens. They may have intentions there. I don't know if that's great that they have intentions with exposing more young Leia. I loved how Alderaan actually looked. It looked nice. I liked Alderaan. Boys Zapatos. Yeah. Ben Kenobi and the Senator should have went to save Leia together. You know what? To be honest, Nate, I'll tell you this. I could have sworn when I saw the Senator show up on Tatooine, I thought the Senator would have said, "Listen, I'm going to stay here and watch Luke. I'm going to stay here and keep an eye on Luke. You go save Leia." I really thought that was going to happen. For a second there, and it would have been logical because he's like, "Oh, Leia's important too." But he should have said, "You know what? Obi-Wan, please help us. I'm going to stay here and watch Luke. I don't know. No, she said he served her father during Clone Wars. Tells Louise. I think they said. I think both. I think both are said. All right, guys. I gotta go and jump on T and Telly's stream. Let me put in the link here, guys. Anybody, if you guys want to help me, just raid Maria's stream and say hello. Anybody who wants to stay, please, please stay and talk to. They got an interesting conversation going on. They got Cameron and Cameron Pasha, producer Cameron, writer producer Cameron Pasha, Cameron Pasha, and Cardinal Sin. This is the link. Please just help us do a raid over there. And this is the link, guys. I want to thank everybody for being here. This is Maria's stream, T and Telly. If you guys can just jump in here and just say hello. And stay for a few minutes if you want. That's Maria's link. As soon as I finish up, I'm heading over there. I was thinking Spaceballs with the Inquisitor and Spaceballs. Okay. Even though it sounds like I am complaining a lot, I still enjoyed the 2 episodes overall, but it could have been a lot better. Medallion, I'm going to say the same thing. It was kind of a pleasure to watch it. It was a little bit like that, feeling a little bit like that, but it was still kind of nice. You're right. It was still kind of nice. By the way, that city that looks like Blade Runner City looked pretty cool. The planet that looked like Blade Runner City looked pretty cool. It did look. There's a lot of stuff. Listen, we weren't stuck on Tatooine the whole time, which is a plus, right? There's finally a display of wealthy lifestyles in the galaxy past never. Yeah, that's true. All right, Nate's going to see us over there. Thank you, guys. Hello, Donnie. Good to see you, my friend. Really quick, Donnie, what did you rate? Oh, you're watching a whole bunch of stuff. What did you rate? What did you rate this episode of Kenobi? Nate says, "Could have been bad, but could have been better." All right, guys. Yeah. Oh, too bad. Really sad about Ray Liotta. Oh, the school thing is heartbreaking. The school in Texas is heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking. Really, it really is. Our prayers to all those families. Jeez. Disney Star Wars is trying to turn the viewers into Anakin because we hate. Yeah, listen. By the way, it looks like we saw Hayden Christensen. Looks like we saw him at the very end there a little bit. Oh, I shouldn't say that. So we're trying to turn the viewers. 10 out of 10 lightsabers. All right, Donnie gave his 2 cents. All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll be back. We're going to talk about all these episodes. Just give a reaction about all the Kenobi episodes. Don't forget, we have 6 days left till the Orville. 6 days till the Orville. Less than 6 days. Less than 6 days. In a few hours, it's going to be 5 days. Guys, thank you so much. And thank you so much, guys. And prayers to all those families. Lots of prayers to all those families, guys. All right, keep them in your hearts. Keep them in your hearts. Be good to each other, guys. Be grateful for this beautiful, beautiful life we have that God has given us. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye, Medallion. Bye, Donnie. Bye, Nate. Pollo Zapatos, Louise, everyone, Celine, everyone who has been in here, guys. Thank you. I'm headed over to T and Telly. Hey, Pops, we're all headed over to T and Telly for their talk. Thank you, guys. Bye.